So the result's quite obvious.
And what results are those?
Whatever he hits, he destroys.
Ready for this video?
No.
Good.
Huh?
Good answer.
Yeah. How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Ade and welcome.
Oh, easy, sir. Is that the pressure of the video getting to you? Is it sure? You sure? Okay.
No pressure.
You sure? It's a big video.
This is boxing, bro. No pressure.
Alright, cool. But we're not in the ring, it's true.
There's no really pressure be on you, mate.
It would be. Jiu-jitsu.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Ade and welcome back to another edition of Box Talk. Guys, you know already, this is Box Talk.
Yes.
We honestly do not sit on the fence.
Yes. No offense.
Once in a while, we might perch a little bit.
Yes.
You know, the toe might touch.
Yeah. What fight do you think we've perched? I'm trying to think of a fight.
I got accused of sitting on the fence a few weeks ago.
I accused you of one.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was though.
I can't remember.
And I said, Ryan, you kind of Peterson Garcia. I think you kind of said Peterson.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I can't remember what. Yeah. But we don't sit on the fence. We try to be as honest as we can and give you a fair opinion.
Yes.
Guys, no joke. As I'm sitting down right now filming, I have no idea who's gonna win this fight. Yeah, and I have no favourite or no inkling to which side I'm going.
Yes. I'm
talking about Andre Dirrell versus James Degale.
Yes.
Skill versus skill.
Yes.
Speed versus speed.
Yes.
Olympian versus Olympian.
Black versus black. Sorry, cut that out.
Athlete versus athlete.
Yeah.
I mean,
and both have only one loss.
You know,
both one loss, isn't it? One loss. Both of them kind of tough decisions. But disputed.
And if you were to write a list of attributes, who's got a better chin, better speed, better jab, better, and you tell it the numbers, I think the numbers would be roughly the same.
They're probably about the same height as well.
Yeah, about the same height.
I think of it.
Yeah. I think Dirrell's about 6'2". I'm sorry, Dirrell's about 6'2".
I think the girl's 6'1".
6'1", but I think the girl's a little shorter.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, we've seen him before, but I don't think he's not as tall as me.
See, so what Ryan just said there about sitting on that fence. Normally fences are kind of that small. This fence could be that big and I'll still perch my ass on it.
Yeah.
I haven't got a clue who wins this fight. Yeah. I haven't got a clue how this fight can play out. Yeah. I genuinely think we have a 50-50 matchup going for a world title. And you know what, as a fan, we win here. Because this is how you should win a world title. If you want to win a world title and you want it the hard way, then James Degale, well done, son, you've got the hard way.
Yeah.
James Degale was going to fight Carl Froch. I hope to fight Carl Froch in January at Wembley. Gone. That was his hope. That would have been an easier fight. Yeah. This right now, he's fighting himself. He's looking in the mirror and he's fighting him. Yeah. Because he's fighting someone that to me brings all the attributes that James Degale brings to the ring.
Also as well, I think they've got comparable ring IQ. Yeah. As well. Now I mean, and both of their thoughts, what I've given both slack for before. I said that Dirrell was a little weak mentally.
Yes, he was.
Prior to not since his comeback, but prior to his comeback, he's addressed it in an interview and said, "Look, those issues are gone."
You know the best thing is he admitted it.
Yeah. But exactly, Degale, I've said on video, is that he seems to be lose a little focus in rounds and not have that focus where he
gets caught with a couple all the time.
Yeah, sits on the rope and kind of he loses his mind for a few rounds and gets back on track. They've got the same type of mindset.
Let's talk boxing here. Are we talking? Look, I like Andre Dirrell. You know, I've always said that, beautiful boxer, one of my best boxers out there right now. He hasn't fought anyone since his comeback.
Yeah,
he hasn't fought anyone. I mean, he's got rid of them. He's done good. He's done well against them. Whereas Degale might look at him and think, you know, Froch said in the interview. Froch said, if Degale puts it on Dirrell, Froch still thinks he's mentally weak. He says he'll crumble. Yeah. That's what he said. See, I don't know if that's true.
You only know when you test it out.
Yes.
But would you want to test it out and go into that type of shootout type fight with those two attributes? Here's the problem with this fight, yeah. And again, guys, see this fight. So you know already. I said I can't wait for that. If it was in Wembley or wherever, if it was in England, I'll be there. Yeah. I'll no matter what, I'll have been there. The problem I have with this fight is that when I think of the best versions of each other, I have one winner. But that best version is old. Yeah. The best Dirrell, his best performances, you can either say the Carl Froch fight, which he was a controversial loss, or you could say the Arthur Abrams fight.
Controversial win.
Controversial win because of the low blow head to stop it. Well, he was boxing beautifully in that fight. Like
fought a couple of times.
In the late rounds. In the Abrams fight, but he was boxing beautifully in that ring. To me, that is the best performance. That is the better performance than anyone Degale has fought. And it's a name. It's someone you knew. At that time, Abrams was still serviceable. Yeah, it's not the Abrams we have now. Now I mean, again, when you fought Froch was a beast. Yeah, it's not the old champ looking for his final fight.
No, it's Froch just coming through after the Jean Pascal win.
Okay, then you get my point. But like you said, that was 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
When I look at the girls though, I see a guy that 4 or 5 years ago was not even close to that type of league. But what he's done in the past 1 year, is like, guess what? That's how you win fights. That's how you put it together. The punches are smoother, the punches are crisp, the power is there. I mean, the timing. Both those knockouts, yeah, the Peregrine was a little bit controversial with the stoppage, but they were just, it's how you put punches together.
I look at Degale and I remember really getting high on Degale when I think in his 9th fight he challenged Paul Smith for the British title in Liverpool. Yeah. I think got a 9th round stoppage. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. And then he had the George Groves loss. Yeah. Close. But then he went to Blue Water. Yeah. And he was fighting in front of 2,000 people.
And the performances were poor.
Yeah. And I kind of feel like, is this a guy that shines under the lights? Yeah. That's why I look at him. I look at a guy that went to Italy. I remember he had a couple fights abroad as well when he's trying to win a European belt. He looks like a guy that loves the pressure, almost like a Floyd Mayweather-esque. Yeah. Loves the pressure and shines underneath the lights. And his last 2 performances, if he didn't have those 2 performances, Dirrell wins this fight for me, quite convincingly as well. Those last 2 performances tell me that we have something special here, and I simply won't and can't call it.
I can't remember if it was Dirrell's last fight he had. I think it was his last fight. I can't remember who he fought, and I watched it, and he went to 12 rounds.
Yes, it did.
I think it was one of the last.
That kind of stocky black guy was fine.
I think it was like the last one, ESPN. It was. I mean, and he was there, and it's like Dirrell looked like Dirrell, as in the athleticism, the speed, the coordination,
combination, fantastic as well.
Yeah, corner in the rope sometimes, but I didn't see the pop. That pop. I didn't see that instinct to end the fight. It's like he was content going 12, and I always say this all the time. No matter how good you are, you never carry fighters. Yeah. Especially if someone's got a little bit of pop. Yeah. I mean, you don't carry fighters, and that's a concern for me. I'm like,
all right, let me ask you a couple of questions. Go on. And you can tell me quick fire answers, yeah? Who has more speed? Quick fire.
Dirrell.
Combinations.
Short combinations, Degale. Long combinations, Dirrell. No, sorry, short combinations, Degale.
Easily.
Long combinations, Dirrell.
Okay, agree. Ring IQ.
I think I edge with Degale.
Because it is Olympic gold as well, maybe. But
the Olympic gold, and times when I've seen him on back performances, he's still carried.
Okay, I get you.
You know what I mean?
Punch power.
I'll edge Degale only because of his last 2 fights.
Are we doing kind of what we've done with Pacquiao in this fight, where we're kind of hoping, we're judging the fight on Dirrell 5 years ago, or Dirrell even 4 years ago? Are we doing that? No, because Carl Froch was, and I guess he watches super middleweights, he watches these guys, he could fight him again. He said, nah, Dirrell, you know, the girl puts on him, he bashes him up, wins the fight. And I mean, remember we said we've got to go with what boxers say. Are we, because I'm judging Dirrell almost 5 years ago, and what I've seen him in against guys that, to be honest, the girl would get rid of easily as well.
Here's the thing about him. Pacquiao, we were hoping to see a glimpse of the old Pacquiao.
Yes.
Taken out that he's a smaller guy. Yeah. He's a lighter guy. Where in this fight here, the lads said they can practically be the same size. Yeah. And he got that speed. If the girl decides to box on the back foot using his long jab, I think Dirrell's got a longer jab as well. Yeah, well, or he sets up his jab longer.
Or he does like that.
Yeah, he sets it up. He sets it up longer. You see my point? Yeah. It will make it very hard for the girl, who is more naturally a counter puncher, to get in. You know what I mean? So when you look at it from that aspect, it's easy to say, "Oh, go in there and bash him up," but you're fighting out of your style. The girl opens up, and I'm trying to say, either in the ropes or in that close to mid range.
I'm not looking at
the girl, Dirrell is boxing from long range.
I've not looked at their punch KO records. I'm sure the girl's a bigger puncher.
Yeah, I think he's the bigger puncher as well.
I wonder if he's going to maybe change his style a bit and try and go in and rush him. I wonder if he'll do that. Knowing he's away from home, he's not going to get a point decision if this is close. He's got to do something. He's got to land something.
I think, I know you possibly. I think you're right in the sense where if he has to land something. I think this fight is decided on how close the fight is engaged at.
You think they might both stand off for a while as well?
Yeah, if they stand off and fight long range, it plays into Dirrell much better. If the girl could break his jab, get a little bit closer, and get off those shorter, crisper punches, then get out, it makes it favourable for Degale. But he has to work that constantly, which is hard when the guy's got the same type of foot speed as you. I'm trying to say, Moshe has better lateral. No,
Nah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Alright, quick
It's
question
tough.
because we're gonna end it very soon here. Is the winner of this fight the best super middleweight in the world?
No,
Who is?
but I'll make them a very close second
To Froch.
to Froch.
Okay.
Andre Ward is the undisputed champion, is the lineal champion that ain't fought in, like I said, one fight in basically 3 years. I can't give him credit as it stands right now. We've got to see what he's got. Also, his last fight he had against Rodriguez, so performance.
Alright. Dirrell said this is during the Super 6 that he wouldn't fight Andre Ward.
So this will happen when both world titles.
Exactly. Would it happen now if he wins this IBF? Froch is Ward is WBA super champion. If Dirrell wins this fight, would he fight Ward?
I think he would fight Ward.
Would Ward fight Dirrell?
Ward won't fight this pay-per-view.
Yeah, ain't been viewed. Alright, give me a prediction. I've already said, I've said it. I'm sitting on the fence in this one. I've said it already. It's not that I don't know a prediction. I just genuinely haven't got a clue how this fight's going to play
Same,
out.
man. I honestly don't have a clue either.
But go on, Ryan. Go on, Mr. Boxing Aficionado.
If it was a stoppage, it would be Degale. If it was points, it would be Dirrell. But I think there's other attributes that bring this fight closer. I think Dirrell has better foot speed.
You think Dirrell has better foot speed?
Better foot speed, not lateral movement. Has better foot speed.
Okay.
And I think
Should we get them to race 100 meters?
And I think-
should we kind of petition it?
I think he will close the distance much more on Degale than other fighters have done before, which makes Dirrell gonna have to adjust. But I do think
Degale gonna have to adjust.
yeah. But I do think Degale is the much better counter puncher.
I think Degale will like that. I think Degale will like Dirrell coming on to him.
No, he likes people come to it, and Degale likes to sit on the ropes.
Yep, and
But
when he does though, he explodes off him.
Yeah, but with that range and speed of Dirrell, it's difficult. But
Call
I
it.
think
I've just asked you to
no,
call it.
I'm trying to call it. I'm trying to work the fight. I'm playing it round by round in my head. I'm going for a split decision. A controversial split decision to the hometown fighter.
Okay.
I've got a feeling the Dirrell will control long range in the fight. The girl will get more combinations, counter punches, mostly land the bigger, harder shots, maybe a couple shocking shots where it brings the audience like, ooh, that was a big shot. Both work well, but it'll be controversial.
Okay.
And controversial enough to mandate a rematch.
That rematch isn't happening.
No, but confident to mandate a rematch.
Dirrell will never come to
confident enough that Eddie Hearn will put the money up after that performance and say, guess what, we've got this fight.
Don't think that's gonna happen. I like all your stuff apart from that.
Nah,
there's no
seriously.
rematches in super middleweight. So this
Seriously, it's gonna be that type of fight.
Nah, the girl's gonna fight George Rose. There's no rematches.
It's gonna be that type of fight. They match up too well.
Yeah, that's why I think a rematch would be too risky again. Because if he does lose the rematch, then he's got 3 losses on his record, and it's a hard sell for any further title fight. All right, there you go, guys. This is, I think me and Ryan have been doing this stuff a year and a half now. I trying to think of a more 50-50 fight where we struggle to give a decision.
Never.
I can't think of one.
Never.
This is genuinely, in terms of styles, in terms of everything, this is a genuine 50-50 fight. And I can't wait to watch this fight.
Honestly, guys,
wait for it.
honestly, I made my prediction, but I'm confused. I don't have a clue.
Just because Ryan has said it's controversial for Dirrell, I'm going to do the other way around and say Degale just nicks it. Just because, so I'll give you a decision and don't sit on the fence because I don't like fence sitting. But whoever wins this fight, Ryan has said, is probably second to Carl Froch. But there's no disrespect to the Cobra. I love him. I think either of these guys fight the Cobra right now, kind of going for them to win. To be honest, just because they're nightmares for Cobra, who has slowed down considerably in his foot speed. But there's the big boy up there, Andre Ward. Will he fight the winner of these guys in, I don't know, December, January? Who knows? He needs to, because, I don't know, not many plaudits for Paul Smith fight right now. But who wins this fight? James Degale, Andre Dirrell, IBF title on the line. This is big. And look what it's done to Ryan. Look what it's done to him. He doesn't know who's going to win. Yeah. Nor do I. Thanks for watching another edition of Box Talk, guys. Cheers.